All right, I've been guided. Oh, wow, the cards are popping out already to do a past life reading for somebody. And this has to do with love, you guys. And there's really no surprise there as we're looking at Venus retrograde going on right now. Just a whole lot of stuff. If you guys want to know about the energy and the astrology of what's happening right now, check out YouTube. I might upload this on YouTube as well, but for people who are catching this on other platforms, check out my YouTube channel at CosmicKassia. Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia is the full name of my channel. We talk about all the astrology that's going on right now. Makes sense that we're going to be looking to the past for answers about the present, whether this has to do with wounds from past loves showing back up, whether this has to do with karmic partners, divine partners coming back in. Ooh, yeah, interesting. So we have trust and faith and biblical coming out. So whoever this is, your love life right now, currently, is being affected by a past life from biblical times. Right? And so when we're looking at biblical times, oftentimes I would say like the time of Yeshua. For those who are unfamiliar with the name Yeshua, that would be Jesus. But this feels almost older than that, interestingly enough. This trust and faith card I feel like what Spirit is like trying to tell you right now is to have trust, to have faith. To have faith that this person's going to return to you. Somebody made a vow a very long time ago to return to you. This is a twin flame. That's what this energy is. This is a twin flame energy, without a doubt. I don't throw that term around loosely. I don't like to use it a lot because I think it's overused in the spiritual community. But that's what this is. I feel like the two of you have incarnated separately ever since biblical times. And like I said, this feels like before the time of Yeshua even was the last time that you incarnated together. Tell me more. There was something that happened in that lifetime. Yes, there was a vow made, but the vow was made because there was a separation in that lifetime. Somebody lost their trust. Somebody lost their faith. And you've been trying to get it back ever since. This is like your faith in God, source, whatever you want to call it. Your faith in your spiritual team, like you see the angel here. Your faith in yourself, and absolutely your faith in love, right? Something happened in this lifetime. You two were separated. There's definitely a separation here. It feels likely that there was some sort of traumatic experience having to do with, I mean, you know how people were punished for having different views back in those days, right? Oh, this is interesting. There's another message coming through too, or another something that does actually have to do with Yeshua coming through for somebody who's going to be watching this as well. And that has to do with the fact that somebody here, it's like, it's what happened to him. That's what made what made somebody lose their faith here. It was witnessing the crucifixion, witnessing what happened to Yeshua. And yes, there are people who say that that was all a myth, that never actually took place. I don't necessarily feel and resonate with that. I mean, they crucified a lot of people back then. Why would we imagine that they would not crucify him? You know what I mean? Considering what he was trying to do, which was bring the esoteric knowledge and wisdom to the people, right? To the common everyday people, right? To teach people that they were God, to teach people that they were self-healers, right? Of the magic that they possessed. Of course, that would happen to him. You know, the only way to say that it wouldn't happen would be that it didn't happen would be to say that he never existed, right? And there are people who say that, but we're not playing into all of that right now. All right, this was somebody you witnessed the crucifixion. You were perhaps one of his disciples, apostles, right? Whatever word you want to use, one of his you were connected to him somehow, and this broke your heart. All right. So that's a message for somebody too. For somebody else, this is like a love that took place before even, like we said, before even the time of Jesus. And you were separated from your love. You were separated from your twin flame. But regardless of which scenario fits of the two that I just threw out here, the point is this energy is about losing your faith and gaining that back in this lifetime. Trusting, knowing that your love is returning to you, whether that love be in the form of a twin flame of a counterpart, or whether that love be your own piece of you. All right? Christ through his consciousness. Right? Your own faith in yourself, in your path. There was a lot of wisdom that's been gained since this lifetime. And there were many lifetimes, right, where you turned your back on love, you turned your back on religion, you turned your back on, this is covering both scenarios, right? So many different things. I think even for the twin flame, the love scenario, the religion piece fits, right? Because I feel like religion played into, religion or conquering energies played into the reason for the separation between the two of you. I don't think the reason is really that important. It's the energy of it. All right. And for those where this twin flame energy fits, you needed to be separate for all these lifetimes, because each of you, so this is the understanding of spirituality and religion, mother. Okay, we're going to get into this in a second. This is the reason why people incarnate, one of the reasons, right, that we incarnate, twin flames incarnate on this earth, is because you get that energy, that original energy, right? Soul essence, fractal, gets double the experience, double the wisdom by splitting, so to speak, right? And incarnating separately. All right. And so you were separated, but that was all predetermined. All right. And you've gone through all these lifetimes gaining all this wisdom and experience. And now you are at the point where you're ready to come back together. And with this on the bottom of the deck, spirituality and religion and mother, I am feeling that somebody, this secondary energy that I was picking up on with this Yeshua storyline here, I do feel like it has something to do with like Mother Mary energy. Like you are a fractal of Mother Mary, or you have a strong connection to her. And that was part of this energy of witnessing. Or you were close with her. I don't know. Really fascinating. Really, really interesting stuff. And like, I could imagine what would be more heartbreaking than seeing your own son crucified, right? Or maybe we're just being reminded of Mother Mary right now. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling here. It's her energy coming through right now. Oh, wow, that's powerful. Her energy coming through. Oh, it's so beautiful. Because she wants to remind the viewer who's watching this of the power of forgiveness, of the power of love, right? If she could forgive, if she could heal from witnessing her own son being crucified by the people that he came here to enlighten, to awaken, to activate. If she could heal from that, if she could find love in her heart for humanity after that, then so can you. Because that's what it is. Like, people who are watching and resonating with this reading, you lost your compassion for humanity. Like, yes, there's some energy here of forsaking God, forsaking your spiritual team, forsaking love, connection, all of that. But like, the kicker here, and the part that is really wanting to be healed at this time, is this disconnection that was created between you and humanity. You know, so many of us, we feel this great disconnect, right? Because those of us who identify as light workers, light warriors, right? 144,000 starseeds, whatever we want to call ourselves, right? Whatever label we want to put on that. We know that we came here to assist this planet and humanity, but so many of us have had so many lifetimes, right, where we have been so harmed by the people that we came here to help, that it's almost like it's like we lost that compassion. We lost that sense of connection, right? We feel separate from, instead of that oneness, right? We have an inability to connect anymore. You know, and one thing that we also have to remember is there's a lot of influence on people, right? Humanity itself, humans are beautiful beings. There is a virus present on this planet that is corrupting that energy, that innocence. So it's like having that compassion again. Allowing ourselves to see humanity, to see people as these beautiful, beautiful beings that they are. Right? These beings who have lost their way. To see and understand us as part of that. You know, to not put ourselves above. To see that we're all connected and we're all in this together. To see and recognize the light in them, right? The same light that resides in us. Namaste. To really feel what that means. To connect with that. Mother Mary wants to bring you healing. She wants to assist you in healing. She wants to assist you in finding that forgiveness, finding that compassion once more within yourself. See this flame here? This is representing the eternal light of the soul. We all hold this light within us. All of humanity. All right? In the work that I do now, in the entity removal sessions that we do, all beings who ever held this source light within them, if they so choose, no matter how far down a negatively polarized and dark path they've gone, if they allow themselves to connect with this light within them and allow that light to grow, are able to positively polarize. All right, they're able to heal. Yes, there are beings on this planet who do not hold this source light anymore, this source love light. All right. And those are those energies that we were talking about that corrupt, that darkness that we're in the process of weeding out. But we don't do that by snuffing out our own light from going cold. We do that by feeding this flame and allowing it to grow. And how do you feed this flame? How does this grow? Through the energy of love, through the energy of forgiveness and compassion. You can forgive and still be strong. And still be sovereign, right? Forgiveness isn't saying what you did is okay. And I accept that. It's not about the other person. It's about setting ourselves free, right? It's saying, I'm not going to allow what you did to own me, to control me, to consume me. And it's about understanding, like, we're all here navigating this journey as best we can, and some of us get more lost than others, right? Some of us feel our way through that darkness with a little more ease. We came here to have the broad spectrum of experiences. All right? We're all source experiencing itself. Good, bad, ugly, indifferent. So right now, our power is in our ability not to forget, but to forgive, but to find that compassion within. For every living being. To find a way to reconnect ourselves to humanity. And to see humanity as something worth saving. We talk about the return of Yeshua, right? The return of Christ. That return doesn't happen in the physical, right? He doesn't come back. I guess I would say his essence, although it's more than that, right? The Christ consciousness. It's that consciousness from which he came. Right? That consciousness that he came here to embody. That pure, loving consciousness, frequency, vibration. That's how Christ returns. And as we all return to that Christ consciousness, as we all embody that, that's when we're able to ascend, to rise in frequency, right? To the frequency necessary in order for the shift to occur collectively. And we do that through connecting with this light within, through growing that flame within us, through compassion, through tolerance, through love, unconditional love. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So if there is some area where you are struggling right now with forgiveness, with compassion, call on Mother Mary to assist. Mother Mary, or of course Yeshua. Whoever you feel you resonate most strongly with. All right, Mother Mary is going to be helpful, particularly for somebody, just because of the energy of who she is and the message that came through from her. Especially people who are dealing with energies with their children, where their children were harmed, right? She's going to be especially helpful. Her energy to assist with that. remembering and knowing, like I said, forgiveness does not mean, and compassion does not mean that we stop, I don't know if fighting's the word that I want to use. I feel like I'm going to overly explain myself if I go too deeply into this right now. You all know, right? It doesn't mean that we're not strong. It doesn't mean that we're not sovereign. It doesn't mean that we give in. It doesn't mean that we stop asserting our sovereignty, that we stop alchemizing these lower frequencies and energies. We keep doing all of that. That is love, right? But it means that we don't harbor those lower frequencies of resentment, right? We can be fierce. We can still embody that fierceness, but we don't hold that resentment, that guilt, that shame, that frustration, those gnarly lower emotions. That's the energy of what I was trying to get across here. That's the stuff that keeps our vibration low. Being fierce and being protective and being sovereign, that does not lower our vibration. That raises our vibration, right? But being stuck in those lower emotions, it's an interesting balance that we're all being called to learn here. And yeah, for those of you who the twin flame energy resonated for, this is a really interesting reading, right? Kind of dual natured here. You will be reuniting with your twin flame soon. I think that's all that I'm supposed to say about that. Clear. We did have medicine man or woman on the bottom of the deck there, which I find interesting. I'm not going to read into that. I feel like this reading is complete, but I did want to, I just wanted to say it for some reason for somebody. There's going to be some sort of significance. Ooh, oh, this reading just wants to continue, but now we have like a whole different vibe and energy here. We have High Priest or Priestess and Atlantis coming out. And so maybe there's a connection to all of this energy here, right? I know that a lot of people watching this, you are or you were, right? Everything's happening concurrently, so it's all the same energy, right? Time doesn't really exist. Priests or priestesses during the Atlantean times. And as we discuss now on this channel, we are essentially repeating an inverted cycle that began with the fall of Atlantis, when these dark archonic energies really got a foothold in this reality, in this dimension on this planet, when we fell from a 5D crystalline matrix to a 3D inverted matrix. All right, this is our opportunity once more to correct that energy, to remove and release ourselves from the inversions, from all of this lower energy, and to once again rise up back into the 5D and then beyond into the 6th. All right, this is, some people call it the Ascension. It's essentially our graduation day, right? And so there's a lot of energy here, and I think this relates to the twin flame energy too. The last lifetime that you were together before this one was the pre-biblical lifetime that I talked about. But the first one was in Atlantis. You were priest, high priest and priestess at that time. The Dolphins. Really feeling the energy of the Dolphins here. I feel like they show themselves, somebody who's resonating with this twin flame aspect here. Your twin flame shows themselves to you as a dolphin, or you have a powerful connection with dolphins, and that has roots in your Atlantis lifetime as well. Celtic, galactic. Yeah, you two spent a lot of, your souls spent a lot of energy together, right? This is like the original origins. You have all kinds of galactic lifetimes together before beginning to incarnate on this planet. There's some Celtic energy in there. All right. That could also be in the pre-biblical. I'm not a historian or a scholar. But that's what it feels like to me. This, of course, being, like I said, the first. And then now, of course, it makes sense that you would be coming back together, right, for this final showdown, if you will, or this graduation day, so to speak. The Native American energy has been coming up a lot. So somebody, I feel like, I don't know if you two were together in a Native American lifetime. I don't think that you were, because like I said, I think the last lifetime where you were together was the pre-biblical, or the biblical times, like pre-Yeshua. But one of you has strong Native American heritage, either in this lifetime or in one of the lifetimes where you were separated. Or you could have actually each had a Native American lifetime that's really powerful for you separately during your journeys, right, as you were growing. And scribe or writer coming out here. So I feel like for some of you guys, like, you may receive a letter. I don't think you've met in this lifetime yet. I don't think you've met in this lifetime yet. So I don't know if this is like you sit down and you channel a message from them, or you receive some sort of letter or some sort of written, I don't know. Or maybe one of you is a writer. I don't know. I feel like one of you is a writer, yes. And I feel like in your Atlantis lifetime, one of you, a scribe, like that was your, I don't know if job's the right word for it, but it was like you were a record keeper. A recorder of sacred knowledge. And you still are, right? Because we still are all of these things. I feel like when you meet each other, because remember, when true twin flames meet, they activate innate gifts and abilities within each other. I feel like this historian, this scribe, this aspect of you is going to be activated. Ooh, I feel like it actually might already be activating. Like you're connecting on the astral right now. Whether you remember your dreams or you remember these connections or not, I feel like you're already beginning to, or you're about to during this. I'm recording this during the Lionsgate portal. So I feel like for somebody watching this, it's going to be during that portal that you start connecting with each other. And you may even start writing either messages from them, or just your own gift as a scribe is activated and you begin channeling information or memories. It may start out as memories. But there's a lot of information within those memories, especially if they're memories of Atlantis that start coming out. So even if you think that you are just writing for the sake of writing, just go with it. Remember, your imagination is your higher self communicating to you. All right? That is your psychic channel. So use it. Work with it. Just sit down and pretend you're writing stories and just let whatever wants to come out, come out. I think you'll be surprised at what happens. Clear. Yeah, I think that's going to complete this. And this is going to be a YouTube video since it is 28 minutes long. Maybe I'll break this up into pieces and post it on Instagram or TikTok or whatever as well on my other platforms. But this is definitely also going on YouTube. This was really beautiful. This was a really fun, really powerful reading. Both legs, both aspects of this. Clear. And for some people, it's like, it's not just like two separate readings. Like some of you guys watching this, you're going to resonate with both of the storylines that were coming through, because you're dealing with both energies, both the twin flame energy and also the energy of needing to forgive and struggling to forgive. And so that Mother Mary message, it was, I might have been picking up on somebody's actual literal experience in the beginning, like I thought I was. It might have also just been Mother Mary's energy and her experience that I was picking up on as she was starting to, or trying to break through there. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. Take it as you will. Go ahead and like this video if you enjoyed this reading. Drop a comment down below. Let me know if you are intrigued or interested. You want to book an entity removal session. You want to book a quantum healing hypnosis session with me, personal reading, any of the things that I offer. Go ahead. If you're watching this on YouTube, check it out in the description box below. I have my website listed as well as my email. You can check out on my website all the different services that I offer. Go ahead and shoot me an email and we can set something up. You guys are amazing. You are so incredibly beautiful, and I hope that you are continuing to enjoy this wild roller coaster that is the Lion's Gate. I'll talk to you guys soon. Oh, and if you found this after the Lion's Gate, just know, you'll know if this message was for you. I don't even need to tell you that it's timeless, right? You found it exactly when you were meant to, and it is just as valid now as it would be if you had watched it during the Lion's Gate when I recorded it. All right.